welcome to the First Brick Property Podcast, episode 15. My name is KM, I'm the director of First Brick Property Buyers Agency. The purpose of the podcast is to bring a casual style show to discuss all things property, with education being the key. Our episodes will range from discussing a variety of topics to having special guests who can share insights into the property world. If you're a beginner or a seasoned investor, this show will be able to further your knowledge and really remove any barriers to getting involved in the exciting and fun world of property. We also have a little gift for everyone that I'll mention at the end of the show, so stay tuned to the end. Today I'm joined by someone who has been on the podcast before, a fan favourite, our friend from Power Loans, Fadi Yousef. Fadi, how are you today?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Not too bad. How's your week been?
No, same as everyone, I guess. So just indoors.
I see your videos daily of you running at like 5 in the morning.
We get 5,
10, 15, 20 Ks. What's
throughout
the max?
day. Whenever there's nothing else to do, just go for a run.
If anyone doesn't know, Fadi's a workaholic and a gymaholic. Not an alcoholic.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
I was going to say, I thought I was the gift, like when you started reading.
You are the gift.
Yeah, the gift.
You are the gift. But there's another gift. This is the show that keeps on giving.
Perfect.
Gifts for everyone. Before we get into the podcast, I just want to mention a couple people. Big thanks to, I don't know who they are, but we've got someone from Enfield Town who is listening to us on a weekly basis. So thank you to that fella in Enfield Town. And we've also got someone from New York who's been listening to our podcast as well. Yeah, so whoever you are, if you want to let us know who you are, and we can shout you out. If not, stay secret, but stay listening, I guess. And if you heard some sounds before, that's just Fadi running around in his chair, making noises. Let's get, before we go in, last time you were on, I asked you some questions so the listeners can get to know you a little bit, but if some of them weren't there, maybe I'll ask you some different questions. You cool with that?
Yeah, of course.
All right. First question: who do you support in the soccer?
Soccer would have to obviously be Liverpool.
Obviously.
Yeah. The team that will never win the Premier League.
First
no matter
time
what
in
it
30
takes.
years, coronavirus, global pandemic.
I was just having this discussion with a mate yesterday how people are always, trying to take the piss or Liverpool can't win the league, and I'm always like, listen guys, there's other bigger problems in the world that we need to deal with. It's the last thing in my mind.
Yeah.
But the reality is it's kind of the first thing.
So unlucky you're a Liverpool supporter. If you could be any animal, what animal would you be?
A gorilla.
A gorilla.
King
Why
Kong.
is that? King Kong?
King of the jungle.
Yeah. Is it because you got a hairy chest?
I wish I had a bit of more of a hairier chest, but I don't know. Planet of the Apes.
Oh yeah.
King Kong the movie. I don't know.
Fair enough. And what would you say your ideal day is like? What does it look like?
Like during the week or on the weekend?
Just your ideal day. I guess on the weekend.
I guess on the weekend, all right. Every day starts with a run.
Yeah.
Starts with doing some abs and going for a long run.
Yeah.
If I don't get that run in, I'm not myself for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
If we're during the week, I come back, get in front of my screen by 8:30, start on working. Every time I complete a task, I do 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10 pull-ups, or whatever it may be.
I wasn't joking when I said that. He was a gymaholic.
On the weekend, it'd be mainly just around sports, going out, having a couple of drinks.
Pretty chill.
Pretty chilled. Well, until we can go out again. But
that's it.
until now, be drinks at home.
drinks through Skype, drinks through Zoom. Cool. Should we get stuck into today's episode now that we know a little bit more about Fadi?
Let's do it.
So, given the current global pandemic, I thought it might be fitting to talk about how financing and borrowing money has, or perhaps hasn't been affected by COVID-19. Before we start, for those that didn't hear the first time you were on, do you just want to really quickly let everyone know what it is you do at Power Loans?
So, at Power Loans, we're all about basically helping our customers save thousands of dollars, hard-earned dollars, basically. Since then as well, like as you were aware, we've got our website up as well, up and running. So any inquiries that customers want to make, even if it's just questions or an email, what we mainly do is home loans, commercial, business, asset finance, equipment, whatever it may be, anything that you need some sort of lending, we can definitely help out with that.
Cool. Beautiful. So I guess you're a very fitting person to talk about the next few questions I'm going to ask. I get stuck here with the first question. How has COVID affected you and your business, I guess, in terms of clients? Have you seen a drop-off? Have you seen an increase? Has it not changed really? How has it affected your business at the moment?
I guess every single business out there's been affected by this unfortunate event. And like I've said to everyone, I've never thought we'd be living in this sort of time. But in regards to refinances, new purchases, business is still coming in. Obviously, we're busy, but I guess we're busy focusing on our existing customers mainly. And I think that's been the main priority by all banks out there, all sort of lenders, is that, which I'm actually proud of as well, being Australian and from this beautiful country, is that they've actually come to the table to help out all of our existing customers. We're definitely busy with that, trying to get everyone over the line, helping them out. If they're seeking any, pausing payments, cash out amounts of out of the business, trying to grow their business in this sort of time. But in regards to being affected by it, it's still business as usual. In regards to people borrowing money, I think I had this discussion with you a couple of weeks ago. You find where people have pre-approvals in place at the moment. They're, waiting around for more of a buck. There's been a lot of talk about how the market's going to shift. It's going to stay the same. Is it going to go down? I know in some areas we have seen a drop, and some areas have just stayed stable. But I guess the same as everyone else, we have been affected by it. That's business as usual for us.
Yeah, cool. Well, you mentioned you're looking at a lot of your current customers and refinancing and whatnot. Should people with a current loan, should they be looking at refinancing at the moment, or?
So in the mortgage brokering world, you should be looking at refinancing a home loan between 2 to 3 years. Is what we believe, basically.
Okay.
I definitely advise every customer out there who does have a home loan to look at their current interest rate, and if they do believe they, deserve better or can do better, definitely get in contact with your mortgage broker or get in contact with me.
Yeah, for sure.
And we can look at refinancing. At the moment, COVID-19 has affected banks in regards to refinancing. It's not a priority right now. It's not a priority. Only priority at the moment is new purchases and existing customers. Refinances they're still going. But it is taking its time. It's not
slower process.
It's much more of a slower process. Not so much in regards to information needed, even though that has changed a little bit. Once this virus did come through, there's been updates on a daily basis.
Well.
So that's something that we've been, having to be catching up with as well.
Continual learning on your end.
Continual learning, new documents, extra documents they may need, and with every single refinance, new purchase that's going through now, there has to be some sort of commentary on how COVID-19 has or has not affected you.
So would you say it's more difficult to obtain financing at the moment?
No, I wouldn't. Not so much. As long as we got the right supporting documentation, which is something that is very vital at the moment when you're sitting down with your broker or if you're going to a branch, to get that documentation right from the get-go, because you'll find going back and forth to the broker or going back and forth to the bank if they don't have those correct documents. Right now, more than ever,
slows it down.
That document checklist that you need when you're submitting a new loan or a refinance, that needs to be checklisted.
Okay. So if people who have been affected by COVID in terms of their income, are the banks not giving them finance, or is it just a stricter, or is it different, or is it?
It just depends. So they are still giving finance, and it's more of a case-to-case basis. So you'll find customers where they are looking to refinance, maybe do a cash out, whatever the cash out may be, renovations around the home. We're going to be looking at the pay slips as per normal. We're going to be, if they have been affected by COVID-19, their income, how long is it going to be lasting for? We usually ask for an employment letter. You are still able, so you find customers, for example, that do have a great savings, and they have told us that they are going back to full-time employment. They've dropped their hours for the last 3 months. They're going back on this certain date, which is supported by the employment letter. We will still be able to lend them money. Banks will still be able to lend them money through that cash out. Where you find customers that not so much savings, they're looking for cash out, but they still have the income there. The banks will still lend them that money. So maybe it's a slower process, but banks are still lending that money.
So it's not a blanket rule. If you've been affected by COVID, you can't get a loan.
No.
It's all case by case. If you can justify what's happening. and you're on a temporary shortfall of cash due to half pay or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're going back, the bank will still look at it.
Yeah.
As long as you got a good broker with you, I guess.
Correct.
With the current interest rates, they're at record lows. The RBA met again on Tuesday, and they didn't change the rate. Still at the official cash rate, still at 0.25%. Should people be looking at fixing their interest rates, or are variable rates still a good opinion? Or again, is it a case by case? I mean, I know most of these questions can always say case by case, but would you say fixing rates is a good option, or variable rates still decent?
Have to say,
question.
Yeah, have to say it would be case by case. It just depends on what the customer's looking to do.
Yeah.
So, for example, if they're looking to purchase an own-occupied property they're going to be moving into, and one of the questions we are told to ask part of compliance, and we should be asking in the first place, is there any changes that you may see in the next couple of years?
Yeah.
Like any changes, I mean, in regards to looking to do cash out of the house with equity in the next couple of years? Do you see yourself selling your house in the next couple of years? Anything that would break that fixed interest rate. You wouldn't want to go onto a fixed interest rate if you have to pay brokerage costs later on if you do have plans.
Yeah.
I always suggest that fixed interest rates are always good in regards to if you're looking to budget, looking to save up some money for another investment property. That's why you'd go for fixed. Newlyweds are a big one for us as well. They just spend over 100K on their wedding. They need to start saving their money again. It's always a good option for those sort of scenarios. In regards to now, man, I don't know, have you seen interest rates lower than now?
Never.
Ever?
Nah.
Exactly.
It was only, 10 years ago, interest rates were 8-9%.
8%. I remember my parents getting stuck on 7.99% for a 10-year fixed.
Yeah, that's it. And those are the good times.
That was the good times. And that's when they thought that was an incredible rate. Let's fix it for 10 years.
That's it,
right now, I've never seen interest rates this low.
Money is cheap.
Money's cheap.
Yeah.
If you're asking me if I were to buy my first property and that I'm going to be living in it for a minimum of 2 years, I'd want to go for that cheaper interest rate.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to budget, start saving some more money for another property, a big holiday, whatever it may be. Right now, man, I think from the customers that are coming to us, we're finding a lot of split loans.
Yeah.
You're finding people fixing a portion of their loan and still wanting to pay off as much as they can off their loan by a variable option. Variable option is always good if you're looking to make a lot extra payments. And we're always pushing our customers to try and pay off their debts as soon as they can.
Yeah.
Especially if it's occupied as well or investment. It doesn't really make a difference.
Yeah. You got the benefits like the offset accounts and whatnot tied into it. So
exactly. Customers always want to, some more features.
Yeah.
And that split loan gives them that option.
Yeah. So I think like you said right at the start, it is a bit of a case by case, I guess at Power Loans, you guys look at a holistic approach to see exactly what's best for that person.
Yeah.
To see the best method for them. So you were saying you lost your train of thought. That's still good. So we're just saying, it's a holistic approach. Depends on where you're.
It's very important when we meet up with our clients, and I'm sure it's the same for all brokers and all lenders. We want to know what they're looking to do in the next couple of years. We just don't want to lock them down into a long-term loan or a contract.
Yeah.
And then in 6 months, they're giving us a call saying we're looking to borrow equity out of our home, and we've just put them on a fixed interest rate.
Yeah, for sure.
We want to know what the next 5 years looks like, what the next 10 years look like, and we want to get them to that target, basically.
Yeah, beautiful. Cool. So, moving on, I guess we already sort of answered this question, but just very broadly, it's a question that I've been sent a lot. Can you still get a home loan right now? And you kind of already said yes.
Yes.
On a case by case, but maybe a better question is are there groups of people right now that can't get a home loan that usually could have got a home loan?
Yeah.
Strange question, but if you know.
No, I understand what you mean. So once this virus came out, there's like I said, there's changes on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Like we're having to catch up. My first thing in the morning is that I look at updates and start looking at new policies in regards to each lender. Like we said, yes, you can still get a home loan, but they've now put some lenders have categorized industries. So, for example, nurses right now have not really been affected by COVID-19.
Yeah.
Transport hasn't been affected by COVID-19. So those are more secure, industries at the moment
Yeah.
where there's not so many questions surrounded by that. Anything out of those sort of industries that the bank believes they may be affected by COVID-19 or their pay slips show that they've been affected by COVID-19.
Yeah.
In regards to borrowing capacity, we'll still be able to use the full income if we've got that letter from employer saying when they're going to be going back to normal. And obviously they need to have some sort of savings in place at the moment to cover that shortfall.
Yeah.
So yes, we can still lend to those other industries, but like we said, we need the right paperwork to satisfy the policies basically.
Yeah, beautiful.
If you have been affected by COVID-19 and moving forward, you can't, supply that employment letter saying when you're going back to normal hours, to your normal pay.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
at this point of time, we'll be working off a more of a conservative figure of how much you can service right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned the refinancing has become slower at the moment because it's not a priority.
Yeah.
What's the average lead time for a new application? Is it quite slow?
For refinance at the moment?
Just for a new application.
For a new purchase?
For a new purchase, yeah.
For a new purchase. So if it's a new purchase, you've found a property.
Yeah.
If you've got a cooling off period, we can get you an approval within that cooling off period.
Oh, well.
If it's an auction, which is you've already put your 10% deposit down, you still be getting a response because we do have a settlement day put in place. So those ones actually get escalated.
Okay.
Now, the escalation needs for that file to be escalated or the application to be escalated, we need the contract to sell.
Yep.
If it's a cooling off period, we need that form as well to show when the cooling off period expires.
Yep.
And if it's through auction, we need to know when the settlement date is booked.
Yep.
And that's how we can escalate those files.
Okay.
So that's why when I say to people that are looking for a new loan, am I going to be able to get it in time? Yes, we can.
Yeah.
If you found the security.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if someone is someone wants to buy a new property or a property and they're putting in an application, but they just want to see how much they can get first before they actually start looking.
So more of a pre-approval?
Yeah, more pre-approval. Because like First Brick, for example, we recommend our customers when we're getting their loans, you'll know because we send a few to you.
Yeah.
See what the maximum you can get is, and then we can work out a plan.
Absolutely.
So for the pre-approval, is it a slow process at the moment?
It depends on which lender you go to. So there is lenders that will take up to 2 to 4 working days to pick up the file and assess it. And then you'll find lenders where you find most of them being the big 4 at the moment, where I think the average time is maybe 14 days.
Wow.
If you're talking about average, we've got lenders that are waiting up to 31 days.
Wow.
So that's in regards to new purchase, like pre-approvals basically.
Yeah.
Until they find out security, it's not really a priority.
Yeah.
Because they're looking just to find out what their borrowing capacity is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
The maximum borrowing capacity, sorry.
So if you're after a pre-approval, get your documents in pretty quickly because it's going to take a little while. Moving on, we've heard, so there's been a lot of news and stories, and we've heard a lot about the banks giving the option to pause loans if people have been affected by COVID. Do you know what this process is like for that person that's been affected and they want to pause the loan? Is it a tough process? Is it a quick one? And would you say it's something that you would recommend to someone that has a loan that, that's been affected by COVID?
Okay, so like I said at the beginning, the lenders have been awesome. Yeah. Like every single lender out there, like not surprisingly, but when this went through, like I was very concerned for my existing customers and future customers in regards to who's been affected by this, employment. We had a lot of phone calls with a lot of existing customers in regards to how it's affecting them. So the process is definitely not hard if you are looking to go down that line of pausing those repayments.
Yeah.
Most lenders have a link that you just go on, fill in a 1-page detail, and they'll get back to you in a couple of days and pausing those details if you qualify for it.
Okay.
One main thing I want to bring up in regards to this is obviously if you were to pause the payments, it goes down as hardship.
Yeah.
And it's hardship that we obviously can explain because this
global
is a global
pandemic.
Yeah. Now, it's still going to be put down as hardship, which is going to be able to explain later on.
Yeah.
If you do not need to pause those repayments and you haven't been affected, we don't recommend it because you're still going to end up paying that interest later on.
Yeah.
So when customers are going to start paying those monthly repayments after the 3 months or 6 months where it has been paused, it's going to be a little bit more higher. Correct.
Yeah.
So
that's because the interest is capitalized.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're eventually going to have to pay it anyway, and your loan term, let's say if it's a new one, will increase from 30 years to 30 years and 3 months or 30 years and 6 months. It depends on how long it's going to be paused for.
Yeah.
So Definitely recommend for people that have been affected by it and they can't make those loan repayments. Absolutely, that's why that option is there. But if you're in a position where you haven't been affected by COVID-19, I'd say stick to what you're doing now.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. As you should. I mean, if you haven't been affected, you probably shouldn't be applying for something that's not for you.
Wasn't that the funny thing with the super?
Yeah, the super.
$4.4 billion has been taken out of Australian super.
Yeah. What is something that... Let me start that again.
Yeah.
What should someone consider before applying for a loan? Whether it's the first time, second time... What are some just typical things someone should consider when they're looking to get a loan?
Again, case by case basis. Yeah. So
I'm asking you some easy questions.
So if you're looking to purchase a new property, it's your first home. Sit down with a mortgage broker, find out what you're eligible first of all. Like for example, up to $650 no stamp duty. If it's a brand new home or if it's built, sometimes I've seen scenarios within 2 years you are given a grant, whether it's the $5,000 or $10,000 grant for a first home buyer. If you're looking to move in and you just want to lock down a good interest rate, you don't want to pay fees, go for a basic loan. It really, really depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Second time or third time, customers that are coming through, they're just looking to, grow their portfolio.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't come down to they want to look for features or part of the loan. They just want an investment, equity, rental income coming through, low fees, whatever it may be. So it really depends. And then you have the customers that come through, they're looking for a line of credit, looking for a regional, looking for an offset account. That's obviously going to come with some sort of fees.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you'll find customers that are coming through because they saw a beautiful cashback.
Yeah.
And they want to refinance. Couple grand. Or they saw, I think ANZ were doing a crazy cashback for new purchase a couple of months ago. So you found people saying, let's get a pre-approval.
Yeah.
Just in case I do find something. The cashback is good. It'll cover the first 2 months.
Yeah.
Loan repayments.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So it honestly does depend on what you're looking. Yeah.
Either way, I think if someone is looking to apply for a loan, sit with your broker for sure.
Absolutely.
Sit with an accountant and sit with your property buyer's agent because, I think it's very important that you build a team.
Yeah.
When you're looking to purchase a property, it is a big purchase and you need someone that's obviously going to be a specialist at getting you the money, but then someone that's also going to be able to use that money wisely and get you the best results. So set yourself up with a team.
Well, if we talk about first home buyers, I'm not just saying this. I love dealing with first home buyers because it's like educating someone coming through and they really want to know what's going on. They want to know everything. So it's really an exciting time for us and watching our customers grow.
Yeah.
And I know what that means now. We'll have that discussion with them where we start okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? And we answer it for them. It's a great example you just said there where they can sit with their accountant, sit down with the mortgage broker to see what their maximum borrowing capacity is.
Yeah.
And obviously sitting down with a property agent to see, because first time buyers, that one of the things I ask them is where are you guys looking to purchase where we can afford?
Yeah.
So if they sit down with a property agent and they now know what their maximum borrowing capacity is.
Yeah.
You're in a position to know which areas they can afford or
where
they want to move into.
What's the best for them?
Yeah.
And I can tell that you're being very genuine about the education because firstly, I saw your eyes light up.
Yeah.
And also I saw on my little microphone app thing here, your voice actually got picked up for the first time this entire episode.
Well, it's exciting when they're first coming in for the first time.
Yeah.
And they're just eager to go. And in most scenarios, I've got a tickle on my throat.
Yeah.
Too excited. In most scenarios, they're just looking for guidance.
Yeah.
And the more people they have around them, in regards to if they've got a mortgage broker, they've got an accountant backing, and they've got a property agent, it just makes them feel that much more comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as you know, at First Brick, we're all about education, hence this podcast, and hence why we keep getting you on it. I think I've got one more question. Do I have another question? I don't have another question.
You're going to have to come up with one.
No, I'm going to have to come up with one. Okay, I have a question. If someone wants to reach you, how can they reach you and get more information about power loans?
So obviously my contact details will be up on my LinkedIn. Best way now is through our website. So there is an inquiry, and before the question comes up, this does not go down on your credit file or nothing at all. It's an inquiry that comes to us directly to our email, and we get in contact with you guys. We can either contact you guys back through email. It's up to them what their preference may be. We are getting a lot of inquiries at the moment that people asking, listen, I'm currently on this rate. Can you do me better?
Yeah.
So those are the sort of inquiries we're dealing with at the moment. First home buyers is a big one that comes for us. Like I just said, we love dealing with them. So we always try to target first home buyers. But if you want to contact me, just visit our website, www.powerloans.com.au. Please let us know what you think about it too, because it has just gone up in the last 2 weeks. Facebook page, Instagram, LinkedIn. You got all sort of social avenues you can contact us.
That's it. And if anyone still can't find Fadi, shoot us a message at First Brick, and we'll organise to get you in contact with him.
Perfect.
Any final comments? Anything else you wanted to say before we kick you off our show?
I just do want to bring up in regards to like the interest rates. If customers are out there, whether they're looking to refinance, if your rate doesn't start with a 2 for owner occupied, if your site doesn't start with a 2 for owner occupied and investment, please contact us or contact your mortgage broker.
Mine doesn't start with a 2. I'll give you a call.
Well, we're gonna have to get on top of it. But if it does not start with 2 for investment, or owner occupied, there's a lot of money out there to be saved, and I never want customers paying more than they need to.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
If any buck you can save, like one of our scenarios, we had a customer recently, and just an outdated loan. Yeah. It was one of our elder customers. She's now saving $622 per month from just refinancing her home loan.
That's big money.
That's big money. Yeah. Like you can actually go on a holiday
that's
next couple of months.
A year. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So why
pay it?
Why pay $7,000, $8,000? We just gave her an $8,000 raise on her income.
That's it, for sure. Definitely owner occupiers, if it doesn't start with a 2. Yeah. And investors, well, I'm going to call you and see what you can do for me.
Definitely.
Cool. Well, there you have it all. That's a wrap for today's episode regarding financing and COVID.
What's the gift?
What's the gift?
I don't know if I'm eligible for this gift as well.
so the gift I mentioned at the start was, if you go onto our Facebook page, you'll see there's a little post there saying how much is your property worth. So if you want to know how much your property is worth, our gift is we are giving out free property reports. So shoot us a message on our email, on our socials, whatever it is, and we'll send you a full property report. It'll show you comparable sales. It'll show you what your estimated value is. You'll see if you've got equity in your property, a whole bunch of things in those property reports. They're usually quite dear. Yeah. But we're giving them out for free just because why not? It's time to show people how much money they actually got in their equity and
time to give back.
Time to give back, that's it. And time to give back to all the people listening to our show. So that does apply to Australia only. So sorry to our friends in New York and Enfield that can't do a property report unless you have properties in Australia.
And to vouch for those reports, even right now it's a free report. Yeah. Why not get some information on your property?
Yeah, that's it.
Like, why not?
Why not?
And it's pretty interesting when you go through those reports, you can see when it was built.
Yeah, they're quite cool actually.
Yeah, so you get to know a bit more about your report, so it gives them, a bit more information before they visit their mortgage broker.
That's it. And it's a pretty easy read. Yeah. It's not complicated. So that's our gift. So you can find all our content on our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, not LinkedIn, and TikTok. Just search First Brick Property. We've also started a new group on Facebook. It's called Let's Talk Property Australia, and that's just essentially, it's just an open forum for anyone that wants to talk about property. So find us on Facebook, join up, just people giving out advice, commenting, recommendations, whatever it is. So if you got any interest in property, find that group and join it, be a part of the community. If you have any topics you'd like discussed, such as what we did today, so someone did ask us about financing and COVID, please send us questions. We'll do a Q&A episode soon as well. And please message us at hello@firstbrick.com.au or shoot us a message on our socials. If you enjoyed the episode today, I enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, we'd love a review. This helps us get higher up in the charts and allows more people to find us and listen and learn. So give us your 5-star ratings, please. Also, almost finished. Pass the pod. Just tell one person that you know that's interested in property. Property is Australia's number one. It's our love affair. We love talking property. So if you know one person that likes property and that likes podcasts, just tell one person about this podcast and help us grow. Buying property is our passion. Helping you do it is our mission. See you guys.